Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Queenie for those who don't know me. If you see the exhaustion in my eyes, it's because I just got home literally earlier today. So we're running on fumes right now, but we're still gonna try to do this review. We're reviewing Married at First Sight Australia season 11 episodes 5, 6, and 7. So before I get into it, please make sure to like this video, subscribe and hit the bell, and leave a comment down below. If I start yawning, guys, please have grace. Please. Also, I'm about to get an Uber order, so that's probably gonna mess me up too. But let's get into these last two weddings of the first half of the season because I'm pretty sure they're going to bring in new couples like they do every time. We have Richard, who was married for over 20 years. He has 3 kids, and he puts a younger age on his dating apps because he feels like women who he would be attracted to would not want to date a 60-year-old man. Just remember that, okay? Just remember that. Also, if you haven't seen my first impressions, go watch that video. It'll make sense later, okay? So he says that he's a child at heart and he wants someone who loves the beach. Andrea is 51. She also is young at heart. She has 2 motorbikes and has been in a punk band. I don't remember if that was past or present, but it has happened in her life. She also has, I said she has 2 kids, no? Yeah, no, she has 2 kids. She was told that she wouldn't be able to have kids because of her endometriosis, I think it was. And she had to leave her previous marriage because she learned through Married at First Sight what gaslighting was and decided, you know what, that's what I'm experiencing and I need better for myself. So now here they are at the wedding. Honestly, it seems like a perfect match.
He has the cutest glasses and a lovely smile and yeah, total silver fox.
Fantastic. What a start.
The experts have rocked it.
What a great person I've just met. I'm a little bit like, yeah, quite emotional actually.
They're both very attracted to each other, like 2 peas in a pod. Later on in the episode, Lucinda talks about couples who favor each other, seeming to be the more stronger couples. I've always felt that way. I feel like if you favor your partner, I don't know, it just makes me feel like, oh, this is gonna work. And they really do favor each other. They kind of do look alike. Andrea and Richard. But they share their passion for motorcycles, drinking coffee, and playing cricket. At the reception, Richard just cannot believe how hot Andrea is. Oh, she's so hot. This is such a great pairing. It seems like their lives also parallel each other so much. Honestly, at face value, experts, you did a great job. At face value. But we'll get into that. The next couple to get married is Lauren and Jonathan. Lauren, as we know, is an absolute train wreck. She's attracted to red flags, admittedly. She's a very wild person, but she wants somebody who's established and has a good sense of humor. Jonathan is established and has a good sense of humor, but he says that he has been unlucky in love. The way that he describes it is that past relationships, the women have always been ready for something serious where he was not there. He also has a one that got away where he felt like in retrospect, he should have married that girl. Keep that in mind. I don't know when that's going to come up, but I feel like it's important to note. So let's just all remember that. He says now he wants somebody who is sensitive, calm, and ready to settle down. That is not Lauren. Lauren slept in on the day of her wedding. She has a very different, a very, can I call it eclectic wedding dress? You know, just, yeah, I like it, but it is different. She was putting her self-tanner on while wearing the dress. On the way to the wedding, the limo got stuck out of the driveway or something like that. So that made her 30 minutes late. Then she forgot her bouquet and decided to run into the bushes, which then made her an hour late. She showed up to the wedding an hour late. Not a great start, okay? There isn't much talk at the actual wedding ceremony about attraction and all that, but there is a mutual attraction there. At the reception, though, the stepsister, I think it's a stepsister, of Jonathan is having some big concerns about, what's her name now? Lauren's behavior.
Thank you.
Sure.
all over him.
Next to those gorgeous set of tits, you got this. Jesus and cleavage. I got buck wild in Bali. I was there like a week before here. Just get the bottle.
What I thought this afternoon was right. Lauren is definitely going to give him a run for his money.
She's out there, very outgoing, very let me push the envelope, and she's literally doing it on purpose. She wants to see how far she can push the boundaries. I don't know how great of a strategy that is, but that's what her game plan is, so that's fine. And my order is almost here. Period. I'm hungry. And like, if you ask me, it doesn't seem like they're well matched. Jonathan seems more even keel while she's a very exuberant person, but he says that he is smitten by her. He says that she has the right amount of energy. He's really into her. So I don't remember if the stepsister gave him a warning, but either way, he's not concerned by Lauren at all. On to the honeymoons, we have Sarah and Tim. Just to jog your memory, they were the ones who were fighting about him telling her to calm down after she had a shot. They've gone from not being able to have a peaceful dinner to sex. That was quite the escalation, if you ask me. I would have liked to see what the buildup there was, but okay. There we go. A couple who's not having a very sexy honeymoon is Collins and Natalie. This man does not give a heck about creating any kind of romantic atmosphere during this honeymoon.
I just feel like we need to explore that romantic connection.
Let's go honeymoon day 2. It's time for the fish. And then immediately I saw she was upset. We had fun together.
I know.
Fishing.
Not a super romantic honeymoon activity.
So Collins has decided to take Natalie four-wheel driving.
The way that I would be so frustrated being on a honeymoon with Collins, because fine, if you think that she's too much for you, at least express that in a way, not to dim her light, but just to say, hey, it's going to take me a while to warm up to you. He had said the process, but it's her. He has an issue with Natalie. He obviously wants to be in the process, as we see later on in episode 6, but Natalie is who he doesn't like, and he just can't say that to her. She's feeling it, and so she's feeling undesired. She's feeling very down on this honeymoon when he's just faking as if everything is great. I would have lost my mind. I honestly would have lost my mind. Collins is showing with every episode why he cannot make it past the first date, why he has not been in any relationship, let alone a long-term relationship. Very problematic guy. And we're going to get into it soon. Ooh, guys, my food is here. So somebody who actually admits to being a self-sabotager is Timothy. But Lucinda, honestly, Timothy's gift in life, even outside of this experiment, is Lucinda.
Highlight for me was when we went to the wildlife sanctuary.
The highlight is you. I cover everything up. Where you, it's there. You don't take any time to warm up. You are who you are.
Thank you, sweetie.
You're a cool, cool girl.
If you ask me, I genuinely don't see a future between them. I don't. I think they're going to be really good friends. I think maybe they're going to have some kind of romantic awakening in this process, but are they going to end together? I don't think so. I am, though, happy that Timothy is going to experience Lucinda. Lucinda is so warm, so welcoming, so open. It has just cracked Timothy open in ways that I didn't see happening, at least at this time in the experiment. So yeah, it's very, very good to see him soften up and to see him just try to immerse himself in this process. I do, however, feel like Lucinda does deserve better, in the words of Timothy. I do feel like she deserves somebody who is on her level. And unfortunately, Timothy's just not on that level. And it doesn't help. We have to remember that he is actively grieving. He's lost people before, yeah, but he lost his father, his last immediate family member, 6 weeks ago. It was not the time for him to be in this experiment at all. Ahead of the dinner party, there is a story that has come out about Jack. And it's so funny that his name is Jack. short for jackass. So he apparently has been in a relationship just prior to coming to this show. And he told the lady he was going away on a work trip, an international work trip, when in fact he came to be married on the show. He's like, oh, she's crazy.
This girl's just obviously made a deal of it. She wants 3 seconds of fame. I don't know what she's chasing. It wasn't serious. It was never long term for me. How much longer we got? I'm about to sweat bullets.
Couple of minutes.
If I do get any questions about my integrity or my character, you know, that's where I'm going to really stand up and grind the gears a little bit.
Toxic men do this all the time. They will diminish a relationship and they will try to make the other party seem erratic, seem like they are all at fault. The responsibility is on that person. I did nothing wrong. He says the relationship was casual. Okay. He doesn't deny it. I'll give him that. He doesn't actually deny the relationship. He acknowledges it, but he says it was casual. She fell too quick. What else did he say? He tried to end it 7 weeks ago or something like that, which doesn't even work because the experts were saying that the application process was already underway around the timeline that he's giving. So just all these things are not making sense. It only gets worse at the dinner party. But before we get there, Natalie and Collins, they can't fake the funk to save their lives. Collins is trying really hard, but it's coming off very performative. Natalie, she cannot fake it. The lady is not happy.
How's it all going? It's going well. Yeah, day by day, it's going well.
There was no romance.
Oh. Mate, it's going well.
That romantic connection that we had on that very first day, on the wedding day, I just wanted so badly to feel again.
We like to reach on this channel, so if you don't like reaching, I don't know what to tell you. I'm gonna reach and say Collins might be emotionally abusive. Here's why. When they're together, just the two of them, he retracts himself from her, right? He doesn't actually tell her exactly what the issue is. She can sense that something is wrong whenever he's asked. He doesn't acknowledge, he doesn't want to say whatever. Now that they're in public, he's drawing near to her. He's wanting to pretend as if everything is great. He doesn't even understand where these emotions are coming from Natalie. He genuinely seems like he is dumbfounded as to why she doesn't feel like things are going well. Then again, when they're in public, he says to her, why are you bad-mouthing our relationship? Why are you sour on the couch? Like, just, I don't like it. He has this goofy personality about him. He has this quirky laugh and whatever. He does seem like somebody who's, what's the term? Not unbecoming, unassuming, but no, I don't trust Collins. I don't. Eventually, Natalie decides, you know what? This is too much for me. I think I'm going to have to leave this experiment. She's getting emotional. The group wants to console her. He's like, wait. I just have to share that this is emotional for me too. And like, this is just, I can't believe it's Collins. Emotionally I'm sorry. I'm going to go and say it. He is giving me emotionally abusive vibes. I don't know. Collins scares me a little bit. He does. I don't like this for Natalie at all. But anyways, it is what it is. He also then is talking in his confessional about being upset at the fact that he has to leave the process so early because he had set so many things in place to allow him to be gone for the duration of the process. He's not upset that things are over at Natalie. He's upset that he has to go back to his real life. Anyways, back to Jack. Jaden feels like everybody's a little bit too nice, too polite at this dinner. Let's actually talk about the drama, okay? So apparently, there were talks between Jack and this mystery woman about meeting the family. Apparently, she definitely thought they were in a fully fledged relationship, so she was blindsided at the fact that he came on this process because she was told he was going on a trip. He denies all of it.
There was talk about moving in together. There was like meeting the parents, things like that.
Jack had a job in America for 3 months, and you had told her that, which was a lie.
She fell a little bit harder for me, a little bit quicker. So without she's thrown me under the bus, ultimately. She's had a pretty colourful past. She didn't, if she wants to question my integrity and my character, different story. I've got everything on this girl I would need to have, but I would never do it.
His conclusion is that this mystery woman is upset that she fell for a guy who didn't have the same feelings for her. If it's true that they were together so soon before him coming to the experiment and they had talks about, I mean, I don't know if marriage was on the table, but meeting the parents and all that stuff, that doesn't give casual to me. That's not casual at all. I'm trying to think, let me not expose my family like that. But when you meet the family, it's pretty serious. Let's just say that, okay? Unless it just happened by accident or you went to an event and everybody was there, then fine, maybe. But I can see why the girl thought this was so serious. So, of course, people are looking at Tori like, okay, Tori, well, what's your opinion? She's like, I 100% back my man. I feel like this is none of everybody's business. What he did before coming to the process has nothing to do with me or us or everyone here. So leave my man alone. It's giving delusional. It's giving delusional. Y'all remember Bronte and Harrison? It's the same situation. Literally. Bronte looked like an absolute fool trying to back Harrison, knowing damn well he was not worth backing. The way that he's been, even before hearing this news, I'm not talking about Jack, has been undesirable. It hasn't been anything super disrespectful, but he's not anybody who I would want to go to bat for, honestly. And typically, I am for couples presenting as a united front just because it doesn't serve anyone to undermine your partner in the eyes of other people. But I was like, I needed a little bit of honesty from you, sis. You don't have to bash the man, but you could say, I would have wished that things didn't come out this way, but as a couple, we're just going to work through it. And yeah, like, I don't know, her completely siding with him. And then, and I hate to side with Lauren, but I did not like that Jack did this. Jack was like, oh, the way that you handled that, I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of this relationship. You're the type of woman a man would want to be with, the type of woman who really backs her man and supports him no matter what. Like, the way he was going on about that, I didn't like it. I didn't like it because to me, toxic people will put you through the ringer, have you second guess yourself. You are then supporting them and they praise you for things that you didn't even have to go through because they're the ones putting you through it. These are the same men who are going to put in a 15-year relationship caption on their social media talking about, we've been through the ups and downs, knowing damn well they are the ups and downs. They are putting you through some madness and then complimenting you for your resilience. Girl, things get from bad to worse in the next episode, in episode 7. It is the confessions week, right? They're doing a phone exchange exercise and Tori finds a photo of Jack proposing to his ex-fiance.
Oh, shit.
Did you see that? Or do you know what I'm talking about?
I got the reflection.
Pretty sure this is you proposing. Why are these still on here? Like, why are these still on here? Get rid of them. If I could rewind and stab myself in the eyeballs with sharpened spoons, I think I would.
Okay, I'm going to be honest. I thought it was going to be worse. Just based off her reaction, I thought she was going to find a nude or something of the ex or anybody, or I don't know. I'm not. You guys let me know. Is it as problematic as it was? Like, okay, I feel like Tori is more offended by this than by the other thing, and maybe that's what's confusing me. Because should he maybe clean his phone of ex-partners if you're going into a marriage? Yeah, you should. But we know this show is an experiment. Like, we know these marriages aren't real. We know it's an experiment, a social experiment. So him keeping a memory of proposing to his ex, I know it's bad. Like, I know it is, but it's not like, I don't know. Maybe I'm the one who's tripping. I don't know. I just feel like her reaction to this and not the other thing is a little bit confusing for me. So I'm also going to be confusing in my reaction, okay? Yeah, delete that picture. Just delete it. We have Natalie, who comes back to the process. She feels like her time here with Collins is not done, but she also acknowledges that she's only going to go forward under the condition that he's not going to be performative anymore. Is her coming back not being performative though? I feel like it is. Because you already acknowledged that this man doesn't like you. You have already acknowledged that this man is disingenuous, but you're going to come back to the experiment knowing that and give it another try. Why? Why? And then Collins, this is such a shock. Such a shock. He was in the apartment when she arrived. How was it a shock? You knew she was coming back. This couple makes no sense to me, but okay, we'll see where things go between them. Confessions Week also comes with a letter writing challenge. Now this is insane. Jaden has a bigger secret, if you ask me, than whatever Jack's got going on.
She was going on dinner dates, movie dates, and I even had guys openly admit to me in person that they had slept with her. I'm gonna sleep with her best friend while she watches.
Do you regret that, though?
I don't regret it.
I don't really know what else to say.
Well, that's me.
You mean to tell me? You mean to tell me when your ex cheated on you, you propositioned her best friend to sleep with and had the condition that in order to take your ex back, she had to watch you have sexual intercourse with her best friend? I'm sorry? I'm sorry? Imagine how triggering this must be for Eden, whose ex cheated on her with her best friend. I'm thinking that's the biggest offense. No. Eden's worry is the fact that he isn't remorseful, is the fact that he doesn't regret it. Okay, sure, not regretting it is not a good thing. But girl, the fact that it happened in the first place should be the biggest issue, if you ask me. So to me, it feels like he's a tit for tat kind of guy. And he's a, if you go low, I go to hell kind of guy. Because it's not like, okay, well, let me just cheat back. No, it had to be your best friend. You had to know about it and you have to watch it happen. His brother is starting to seem better. Honestly, his brother is starting to seem better. Something about him parading as this sweet, genuine, kind, considerate, sensitive man who has no ties to his brother when it comes to behavior was very off to me. And now it's making sense. That is insane. That is insane. All right, let's move on. To Lucinda and, what's his name? Timothy. I can't blame Timothy. Lucinda is overwhelming. She is doing a lot. And for two grown people who are used to living their life the way that they have for as long as they have, being in somebody's space with somebody who's all up under you all the time is a lot.
I'm so excited to do this with you.
Yeah.
Look at all those run-ons. This is looking good. Are we gonna go and get some lunch?
You know, if you've got a little spark there and you just get your leaf blower on it and go, it's out. But if you just give it a little, then wait a little bit for it to catch a little more and go again, eventually it'll start.
Love Lucinda, I do. But she says that she's very in tune with people and all that. And I'm like, so do you not sense that he is feeling smothered? He gave the analogy of the fire. And it's true, like a flame needs oxygen, but too much will snuff it. Like, girl, you're doing a lot. And she already knows that he's not on the level that she is at. So why she's laying it on thick, I don't know. At least we know that she's attracted to him. That is not up for debate, okay? They are given the photo ranking challenge. He is adamantly against it for a few reasons. One, he feels like the task is only out to ruin a relationship because why would you rank your partner against other women in this process? It's dumb. Secondly, he is already 10 years older than Lucinda. The women under Lucinda are even younger than her. So he feels like it's predatory to rate women on a scale, let alone younger women. It's just, honestly, it's valid. I hear it all. The age thing is something I've never considered, but it makes sense. As a grown man, why are you here ranking the attractiveness of young girls? Yeah, Timothy, I'm with you. I'm with you on this one. Lucinda accepts his reasons. She feels like ranking people is not something she'd want to do anyways, so they agree not to do it. Richard does not share the same sentiment as Timothy. Richard is very eager to rank these women.
Okay. Oh my God, look at this. My type is girls with dark skin. She's just very beautiful, and she's just, you know, wow. Okay, so now she's pretty cute as well. Okay, well, what can we do, you know?
Ah.
She was quite flattered to be ranked third with some of the other girls.
Let me find out Richard likes himself a black girl. That was a plot twist, if you ask me. Okay. I feel for Andrea. I do. Andrea already has this complex of, you know, wanting to feel like the young woman in the room, wanting to feel like a hot toddy, but being intimidated by other young hot women, you know? So yeah, the ranking challenge was not going to go well for her if she was not first. He put her tied third. I forget with who, but yeah, he put her tied third, and it just didn't sit well with her. This is why, in my first impressions, I was concerned by Richard. If you haven't seen that video, go and watch it. But in there, I said, I'm concerned at the fact that he was with a significantly younger woman for a while. She thought they were going to build a family together. He was like, oh no, I don't want kids. Like, why do you go for younger women knowing that you can't provide the things that they are looking for? I don't know if he just wanted to be a sugar daddy. Like, I don't know what that is. And then in this episode, in episode 5, we learned that he puts his age younger deliberately on dating apps. And we know he does not like being called looking good for a 60-year-old. Like, he doesn't like any of that older man rhetoric. Richard is a concern. Richard is a concern for me. Andrea, I don't think it's going to be looking good. Okay. And is Lauren about to put Richard high on the ranking and hurt? This season is an absolute mess, but I'm here for the ride. Y'all know I am. So as always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next one.